Winner of the Florence Nicholson Prize for the Best Student in Psychological Medicine in 1986. I invite Dr. Sarojini.
Very careful what you say. You're also careful.
Loving hugs to my batchmates, the batch of 74, for giving me this opportunity. We were a happy, vivacious, very talented batch of 35 boys and 25 girls. We girls were called the gigglers and the woo chicks. You can watch us tomorrow night. You can watch us live on stage. No university internal exams, assessments those days, so enjoyed life to the core. Class prayers up the college hill, class picnics, retreats and karting for hostel days, singing in college choir, singing carols in Navajeevan Nilayam, going to the touring taxis, 3 squeezed in a cycle rickshaw to watch old Tamil movies. And ours would have been the only batch which has gone for class picnic 4 times to Pondicherry. That days, liquor was not available in Tamil Nadu. And the day we had the voting, the meeting, all the boys will come and they will vote for Pondicherry. After completing my bond at Vatanjatram, I started private practice in a small town. I specialized in psychiatry and started private practice in a small town called Palghat in Kerala, but closer to Coimbatore. I observed that most of my patients were schizophrenic women in their 40s who would have their first consultation with the magicians and the astrologers. They were brought by their elderly mothers in their 60s, and these mothers would ask me, "What will my daughter do after my time?" That was a genuine worry. These women were ill-treated by their husbands and by their own families. Those days there were no good pension schemes or the 100-day job guarantee scheme, and most of my patients were poor. I was admitting my patients in a private hospital, and both the hospital authorities and the nurses over there were just not interested in admitting psychiatric patients. No high-funda, expensive investigations are needed for these fellows, and not a money-making admission. And invariably, these fellows will either break a window or a door or pull out the toilet seat. One day, a young boy around 13 years brought his mother, a widow, along with his 2 younger sisters. The mother was my patient, had depression, and she had attempted suicide. He took out 1,000 rupees from his pocket and he kept it on my table. And I told him, "Dad, where did you get this money from? Tell me the truth." And he said that he went to work with the fishermen to help them mend their nets, and thus he collected the money for his mother's treatment. Something snapped within me. I could see the desperation, that agony, that fear and anxiety in those eyes. I remember the words of Christ, "Whatever you did to one of the least of my brethren, you did it to me." My father passed away when I was just 15 years old, and I was the eldest in an order of 8 siblings, and I could empathize with that boy. So I admitted him in my nursing home. I had applied for a license for a mental hospital, and nothing was moving forward. And I didn't want to bribe anybody. One day, a retired principal of one of the government medical colleges in Kerala brought her husband for treatment, and when I told her my plight, she immediately rang up one of her students who were holding a top post in Trivandrum, and I got the license in a matter of 10 days. And now my hospital is the only hospital started in Kerala, private mental hospital started by a lady and run by a lady. My heart really rejoiced and sang, morning each morning, new mercies I see. And all I have wanted, all I have needed, your hands have provided. Great is your faithfulness. Now I have 14 rooms and I am taking care of 17 destitute schizophrenic women and a young man who were just thrown out of their homes after the parents died. They make paper bags, all the medicine dispensing covers for me. We have a kitchen garden and they take out the charts, write the register, and I have 2 buddy programs. Whenever patients have no caretakers but need admission, these girls take care of them very well. They take them, give them food, they take them to the toilet, and they monitor their drip. We always say that schizophrenic patients have blunted emotions, but I have found these girls so very loving and caring. I have provisions for a short stay home also. I started a canteen. Our cook is the mother of one of my drug addicts, and these ladies clean the vessels, cut vegetables, and so on. I give them a small incentive at the end of each month. My nurses are very smart, personally trained by me. We have like the Black Cat Commandos, 4 of them who go to the houses of violent patients, and they somehow manage to bring them when the relatives are not able to do that. Have community awareness programs mostly against alcohol and drug addiction in nearby villages, in schools with the help of MSW students who come for training from Coimbatore. The roads were not always easy to travel, especially during the COVID-19 pandemic. My husband, Josh T. Nayanan, who belongs to the batch of 69, is a physician, is a real support to me. What I want to tell you today is not that I was an extremely brilliant person or anything. It is amazing grace which enables me to do this work. Whether you are in a mission hospital or in a corporate setup or private practice or settled abroad, be sincere and dedicated in whatever you do. Carry the spirit of CMC, the vision of Aunt Ida with you wherever you go. We were taught a song by Dr. Paul Brand in our first year in Dr. Sheed's house. Brighten the corner where you are. Do not wait to shed your light afar. Brighten the corner where you are. To the many duties ever near you now be true. Even from a humble hand you may feed the bread of life. You may, though into one heart alone may fall your song of cheer. Brighten the corner where you are. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.